all gone a bit Tom.
Right? Martin's watching. Hi, Martin. Danny Gore. He sends a right bender, he does.
He's a right bender.
Yeah, what is it we're checking out, Dan? We're checking out
a restream.
Is the same thing coming now? It's just come on mine.
Yeah.
Martin watching. Hi, Martin. Yeah, same alright on mine. Yeah, what is it we're checking out, Dan? We're checking out restream. Same thing coming now, it's just come on mine. Yeah, it comes out. Turn this off. Yeah, same alright, Dan.
Is there mate, what's it looking like on your?
It looks good. I don't know if it's good looking as I normally do, but maybe I'm not as good looking as I thought I was.
But what I'm saying is it coming up with.
It's not coming out. It don't look no different to me, Dan. I don't know how it's meant to look different. Oh,
that's how comments come up.
Comments are coming up at the bottom.
Yeah, on Facebook. But what about YouTube comments?
I can't. Oh, I'm not on YouTube, am I? I have to go into YouTube and watch it on YouTube. I go over to YouTube.
Oh,
I'll cut that down and go into YouTube. We will get there in the end, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. I won't sleep tonight trying to sort this out.
So
I'll be bloody up all night trying to study this.
So we've got comments on there. I want to see where they just come in as one comment, like so we can just watch. Peter's very chilled. Peter's always chilled. Right. Hi guys. Just.
I've got it here, Dan.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. I'm seeing comments here.
Well, you've got quite a few on YouTube. Got 22 on YouTube. Christ almighty.
Christ almighty.
We're smashing on YouTube.
Let's have a little look. See what we're doing. Yeah, we're just playing her out, guys.
Justin Banks is here. Where's it come from? The bottom? Sharon Duffy. Daniel's here. Daniel was here last week. Lee Deacon. Yeah, what we're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is sort this out so that we can do live on both on some of our lives. Because we're, we wouldn't be able to do mobile ones, would we? Or would we?
No,
like the one I done this morning, could you do that or not?
Using this, no.
We could download it onto this iPad and do it, couldn't we?
I don't know if it's supported by iPad,
I don't know.
I don't know.
You thought so, wouldn't you? If you've opened a multi-user account.
I'm not sure how I can get the comments up on one screen. I'm not sure. Enable the stream.
We're going to see what the lag's like.
Copy this URL.
Oh, someone said I can't. Oh no, that was before. Someone saying get well soon, Martin. Yep, Lee Deacon's got his Eclipse. I can actually read the comments today because they're a lot slower.
Yeah.
Dan, what are you up to, man?
Stephen, well, we're trying to get that thing sorted out, bro. Have you got any more hopes over there?
Is it like that crucial for the time being?
No, it's not crucial. Why?
Because I got a call from somebody just said Danny Gore.
Right, do you want to go and take it, Dan? I just sit here and talk.
I don't know if they got your whole phone number. So.
Dan just go and get a phone call. It might be a hotel customer.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want to transfer it down?
You can go and take it. It's not going to take them a minute. I'll sit here. I'll sing a song in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Justin, thank you very much, mate, for your present last week. We'll be having a drink of that on Thursday night while we're here. Ricky's in the house, yeah. Thanks, Justin. You're a gentleman, you are. Yeah, we're just playing around at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just trying to get this trying to make things look a little bit more professional. We do try down here at Wholesale Vape, but we're not very technical is our problem. We had a technical person working it, but he never used to turn up for work. At least we turn up for work. Scott, say hi, Scott. That was a great live last night, mate. We're going to, Dan will speak to you at some point, and we'll give a couple of prizes for the that thing you were doing, that auction thing. But we didn't want to mix it up with our prizes because it all gets a little bit complicated. That's why we got bits of paper everywhere with all these competitions we're doing. Hopefully, everyone who won prizes, they've gone out. That's why I'm not. I've got 3 more winners here. The people that watched my video this morning on the back of here, but I'm not going to release them until probably Thursday night. Then I'll have a long list, and then as the prizes go out, so we can cross them off. Because like Monday, we were a bit confused with what had to go where. So we'll keep trying on that, and we'll get there in the end. Are we all having a good day? It's bloody freezing down here in Exeter. What else we got here? Stephen Frost here. Yeah, does it look good on YouTube? Yeah, I'm on YouTube now. It looks fine on YouTube, from what I can see. I want to get it like the other groups have got it, but we'll try and work it ourselves. If not, we'll have to ask someone technical. Some trouble is when you ask some technical people, they look at us like we're stupid, and we already know we're stupid, so we don't want people looking at us like we're stupid. Martin Knight, kind of. Yeah, you okay now? You had your operation, Martin? Jack Heyman, all right, Jack? Sounds better on YouTube. Well, that's good. I mean, we haven't. He's only just plugged a thing in, so that's good to hear. I mean, what we want to do, because obviously, when we go live on the Wholesale Vape account, which is one we will do, obviously we'll get a lot of people that have subscribed to that. Obviously, you lot have obviously got pings on this, so it will be probably better if people watch on YouTube, and then we can be dragging them across on YouTube, and then the Facebook one we'll drag them across to. We'll say if it crashes in a minute, or something strange happens, like happened to me the other week, then at least we'll eventually, we keep saying to people, eventually they'll all come onto YouTube. And I think YouTube is definitely a better portal myself, from what I've heard. But yeah, a few people have said it's running good on YouTube. Yeah, it looks fine on mine. Yeah, the monster juices had to take a little bit of a step back at the moment because we've had 3 or 4 ranges that we've been launching this last week. With Candelicious today, well, that's arrived yesterday, and another juice, and we've got another one called Jelly Monster, which is 4 jelly flavours, which I've forgotten about, and that's going to be launched next week. And there's another range we're working on. So the Monster one is going to continue. The only slight thing with the Monster one is a little bit of a. Well, I'm not 100% convinced it's going to work long term because obviously we had to pick people's name. We couldn't say, "Oh, what juice do you fancy?" because it really would have been painful. You imagine everyone saying, "Oh, I like cherry lemonade with a slice of apple and all that." It was painful enough to think of the names and put them into groups. And obviously some people didn't get what flavours they wanted. But if you imagine it, with hundreds of people messaged us, it would have been pretty much impossible. I mean, we scored all those juices pretty high, but obviously people were sort of like, I mean, we knew that Jamie Fallick's juice was a strong one, the 7-Up. Terry's has been good, even though we didn't score that one as high as some of the other ones. We think we may have made a mistake as well. Actually, I could ask you lot. You know the Marty Hopkins one, which was the number 2? We think that by mistake someone might have steeped that in a barrel that was supposed to have been used for steeping only menthol juices. Because a few people have said it's got a bit of a menthol taste to it. And we tested it the other day and it has. We scored that butterscotch one that's in Marty Hopkins' juice. we scored it at 8.25, which is a very, very high score for us for that type of juice. It was one that nearly got into Smash there. We scored at 8.25 that one, but it didn't get into Smash there because we had one too many flavours to go into Smash there. So I think there might have been some menthol got into one of the sleeping barrels. Which obviously all the barrels are cleaned out in between. But sometimes what you should do with juices is you'll never get the menthol quite out of a sleeping barrel. So it always have a slight undertone of menthol to it, which is obviously our dopiness. So we're trying to work out. We can check it. But the box that came down here last week, we think it had a funny taste of menthol to it, and that was the only thing it could have been because the previous lot was perfect. The lot that went through in one of the ranges in Strange Souls, I believe it was really nice. 8.25, as we'd already knew where it was.
It's still entertaining, Pete.
So it's still trying. Trying's willing, Dan.
Still entertaining. I know where I've lost my chain of bloody thought now.
Well, I've just sat here just having a little chat with them. It's just a bit of fun. Well, we didn't even know we were live. Lucky didn't catch Dan in the uncompromising position. That would have gone viral, wouldn't it?
Right. Just going to ring one of my good friends now. I don't know if you might have seen the one. Have you seen Jake on now?
I don't know. I'll have a look. No, Lewis is here, Stephen's here, Justin's here, Trevor's here, Martin's here, Jack Heyman, Daniel's here. Well, they were here just now. We're down to 15, so obviously we're only doing a test, ladies and gentlemen, so don't go sticking around with us all afternoon. Either way, you sat home with your feet up watching telly like we just literally finished doing wholesale. What time is it now? 3:20. So we literally, we're just passing up the last couple. We go a bit mad here until about 3, and sometimes we get orders coming at 3, but we haven't had any late orders in today, have we? A lot of orders, but nothing late's come in.
Know how to get these things here.
What's that? Well, you won't know because you've only just started. Just clear your head, relax, and it'll come to us. We can do it, Dan. Believe in yourself.
Yes, I can.
Believe you can do it. You're only 7 years old. Yeah, that Wicked Wells is a very good juice. Yeah, we scored that one 8.25, funny enough. Cherry slush. Yeah, we see a lot of juices that we might score high because we've obviously got a lot to test it against. Even though we scored that Hopkins one, cherry slush would suit more people. Like out of 100 people, probably 70. If you said, "Oh, cherry, oh that's nice, I'd have to try that." Whereas out of 100 people, if you said butterscotch custard, there you might only get 20. So, "Oh, no, I want to try. That don't sound very good." So you're aiming to a smaller audience when you do sort of way out juices. But we actually scored them the same score, even though one would sell more than the other. Stuart, I saw your picture on the group, mate. Yeah, I think you got 2 mugs, didn't you? Most people be moaning now. So I only got 1 mug, and mine was broke. It was a bit chaotic in Monday. We really have. That's why I'm not releasing these 3 winners until I'm going to put another 2 onto this list tonight. And I don't know if any of you've seen it, but I've set up lots of new competitions. My head don't stop at night. I've now set up a competition, which is what's it called again? I keep forgetting the name of that.
Wheel of Usefulness.
Oh, the Wheel of Usefulness, which is a bit of a dopey name, I agree, but I thought it was quite amusing. So that's for people that try and help us out to share it into. To be honest with you, all the great vape groups are moaning, but I don't know why they're moaning because all the customers are on their group are in our group anyway. I think in this scenario they're just moaning for something to do. They like to moan because obviously virtually everyone I see in their groups is in our group anyway. So it's not like we're trying to steal their customers because they're already with us anyway. They watch someone else's live, that's up to them. Yeah, Smashed It Lime is good, Jack. Yes, I think Smashed It Lime and Smashed It Cherry are the 2 best sellers in that one, mate. I did have a quick look the other day. While I was sat there on the other computer, I had a quick look at the best sellers in that, and I'm pretty sure it's Lime and Cherry. can't remember which was the highest. These are on EPOS systems from shops, so I can tell exactly what's selling where. And the puddings and desserts range, none of them stood out miles above everyone else. They were all quite level. There was one or two there that I was a bit concerned of weren't selling very well. I forget which two they were. I think one of the, was it mango tarts that was quite high. But there was a few, but it's early days yet. We're selling lots of it wholesale. We sold 3,200 bottles to Australia last week. So, any jobs? Daniel McElhaney was saying here last week, I think bloody you're overqualified to work here, Daniel. We only accept people working here that ain't got no qualifications. That's why me and Dan are here. Huh? You won't get a bloody better job than where you're working, Daniel, at Odie's. That's a good job, mate. I believe, Dan, I believe in you. That's why I've employed you. You know nobody else wanted to. I believe that if we put our mind to this, within a month's time you could be an expert at this.
Alright.
Let's
I'm just going with what she said.
8 bottles.
Well,
We're live.
8 bottles of what?
Live.
Or tell her next. She had a price come out to her. Has it gone out, is it?
I'm not sure.
If it's not gone out, stick one in with it. But tell her, in future, when we tell people, these mega deals, when we're chucking the hardware in for free, it's free.
Yeah,
We don't particularly want people buying hardware off us because we know that the problems are, I mean, it's out of guarantee anyway. You only get a 30-day guarantee on the Smart. So we don't really want to be selling loads of hardware online. They're best to pop into their local shops, support their local shops.
That's it.
And then when they get a problem, they can go back with the hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
If our order's not gone out, it's ridiculous. I mean, it was free.
It was from the 24th of December.
That's what I mean. So it's well out of warranty. We only get a month guarantee with that. If you was in a shop, it's anyway. It is what it is. That's why I make sure when you do those mega deals, it's.
Does stated on there?
Yeah, I know it does. Yeah.
Don't know how I've done this. If this is worked, I ain't got a clue how I've done it.
Well, don't rush your lowers out. Well, let's improve on that. I'm going to read this one here. It's quite a long comment. It shouldn't matter if you share it in any other group. I don't get why people are angry. And community of vapers. Yeah, well, if you really analyse it, you'll work out why they're angry. They're angry because they're sat on their backsides like I am at the moment, worrying about what we haven't stopped. I was here 8 o'clock this morning. Dan will tell you, we was here 8 o'clock. We were all getting the wholesale orders out, and we've literally we haven't stopped now. We are working. Though I've sat with my feet up and Dan sat there, we are working on what we're doing here.
Now you're going to see Peter. What?
Hi, Jack, right, mate? Yeah, good, mate. You okay?
Is that work?
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing well.
Yeah,
Are you at the expo weekend?
I just set this up. I think I might have cracked it. It's installing something.
Yeah, give us a bell if you're there. Me and Ricky are just having a weekend away there. Yeah, it's nice to be honest with you. To be honest with you, we're doing a few other things this year, and the expos aren't really the top of my hit parade. It's a lot of. It's not even so much a weekend. I enjoy the expos themselves, but it's a thinking about it before. It makes my head explode because we're not very technical down here. As you've seen when we've done graphics for your company. Well, you weren't there then, no time, but yeah.
back. Still try.
We're here, ladies and gentlemen. Kelly Wotton's here.
Better than TV, this page.
Sam Yates. Yeah, damn, you muted it because I was on there. Cool. Lewis Gardner. Danny didn't want Pete's talking dirty. Yeah, I was talking dirty to my wife. If any of you haven't befriended me on Facebook,
No.
feel free to friend me on Facebook. I'm on there. I've got about 50 new friends today. I'm trying to build up my friends. This is good, isn't it? 20 runners. It just so what did it must have come up a ping for them, mustn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's only 1,000 people that it could have pinged for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we need to do is when we go live, especially if we're hitting big numbers on Thursday night. Any of you who haven't seen that video on Wholesale Vape today, I've got 3 more winners of that video to give out, but I'm probably going to leave it till Thursday night because I'm going to write a list here. I'm going to go through it again tonight and pick out some comments. I'll probably get to 5. I might even do a little video tomorrow afternoon if I've got time. And obviously at the expo, where would we be best? Oh, I might do that. I'll do that on Wholesale Vape Facebook. Yeah, I'll do that on Wholesale. If we got good internet at the expo, we'll do a walk around at the expo. But I won't be giving prize out as I'm walking around because obviously I'll be walking around with my phone. But then when we get back to the hotel, or when we get back to Exeter on the Monday or Tuesday of next week, or possibly the Wednesday, I'll go through the video and then pick out the winners that way. So don't think because I ain't got a lot of stock here, I still won't give stuff away. Because if I get a lot of viewers, I'll probably give 10 mystery boxes away, and the mystery boxes are valued at over £100 each. So we've got a lot of stock to give away. We've got a lot of companies now wanting to sponsor the box. All thanks to you lot for your support and your share. Your sharing is good, but obviously we don't want you upsetting all the rest of the people in the vape groups. Although most of you would be in them as well as ours, so it wouldn't really matter because you'd only be sharing it back to yourself realistically. But what we'd like is people to share it in. And it gave me the idea when I was looking at the shares the other day. I went down through the shares, seeing how many people shared it, and I was seeing like one or two, well, more than one or two people were sending it into like Bristol Racing Club and I don't know, bloody Manchester Pigeon Club and things like that. Which obviously is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, because obviously it might be new viewers. People might vape, and I'm even going to start. Julie's going to the expo. Make sure that you come and say hello, Julie Duffin. Make sure you say hello because obviously, if we wander past you, and because we wouldn't know because all we're seeing see his names obviously from where we're sat.
This is well cool. This is.
Yeah, let's give you a new toy to play with,
Popular phrases. It says all the words that people say. Pete, amazing.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Emojis. What emojis?
I'm not seeing it on here.
No, but this is the stats of it.
Oh, I see.
I'm just looking to find out where.
And that thing that Jake show had is that they were picking up comments from coming out.
Yeah, that's
weren't
why I'm trying to find where we can get that. Stream time tells you what.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're jealous or what. I mean, a lot of people sit around looking out the window and moaning about the industry. I've seen it in all my life, whatever business I've been involved in. People moan, this is no good, that's no good. And it is, business is what it is. Every business is hard. Life's hard. It's what you've got to try and get to the next level, and it's painful sometimes. But it ain't no good moaning about what everybody else is doing. That you can do that to your blue in the face. And when we get a problem here, you'll hear me jokingly say, right, let's shut the shop. What I mean by that is we're clearly not going to shut the shop, so we got to get around that problem. One way or the other. And often you'll see me say, no, there's the keys, right, let's shut up, let's go home. I'm obviously joking when I'm saying that. And then they all look at me and think, oh no, we better not tell him this problem, let's solve this problem. Don't we, Dan?
Yep. Let's get over it.
Yeah, you got to get over it. You just got to, nothing's too big a problem. You just got to keep trying, move on.
I can't bloody work this out. Oh,
well, you can't work it out now. You've only been on it half an hour, Jack. Don't say you can't. Say at the moment. At the moment, it's confusing you. That's all. Half an hour you've been on there. It would be nice if we could get over to. I mean, they reckon you can do it on that LinkedIn as well and all sorts of
Yeah,
things.
LinkedIn, there's loads of like foreign sites as well.
And I'll tell you what, someone was telling me that you can do it on Instagram as well. Apparently only for an hour or something. We got not a bad little following on Instagram. We got 3,000, haven't we? And obviously, if anyone's watching, make sure you join up our Instagram. You might see us pop up on that one.
Top chatters as well. Daniel McAloon is a top chatter on YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah, look, we could do this as well, couldn't we? Top chatters, we could play games with top chatters, who talks the most.
Yeah, yeah.
Justin Banks has 4 comments. Sam Yates 9, Lewis Gardner 12. I'll work it out.
Yeah, that's right, you will work it out. If not, we'll have to find someone who can work on it, but we will crank it in the end. Yeah, Sam said he can chat for ages. Anyone else going to the expos here? The 2017 watching on here? I don't know if we still got any on YouTube. We probably won't have on Facebook because obviously it's on Ben Meakin's account.
Yeah.
So
because you have to pay for the group one, which I haven't yet done yet because I'm playing around with it. I want to make sure it all works.
yeah, the bit I was reading about it the other day was like you pay so many dollars for so many places, and what I was thinking long term is say we do like a multiple one, which obviously you'd have to pay a bit more money for. We could give the keying details to Kay and Terry Ann and also Scott and anyone else that was doing anything for us, and they could do it from a different place. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Someone's asking, did you sort a review out, Danny? Sam Yates? Dan has been busy today. I know it looks like he's just sat there at the bloody computer, but he has not stopped today. I don't think he's even stopped for food. So I popped out for 10 minutes or something to eat. Mind, someone just said that won't do him no harm. What does that mean? Bloody Ricky stopped for food, that's for sure.
So we're going to see them on here.
Oh, Lewis can't go to the expo because he's got kids. That's the trouble, Lewis. Bloody kids just didn't arrive at the Sky, did they, Lewis? You must have done something to get them.
What have you done?
You must have been up to bloody mischief, Lewis. You went missing for a while, Lewis, didn't you? You didn't go back to smoky things, did you? Trevor, not London Expo, but I'll try to get to Birmingham. Yeah, the Birmingham's a better one. You live in Dorset, do you? That's not far from us. This London one's not too bad for us. We don't really like. I probably will end up going to the other Expo. I won't be able to resist it. I just can't resist things like that. That's next month, I think. But it's. Pardon my French, but it's crap to get to from where we live. It's right the bloody wrong side of London. Remember we went out there with Sunny?
Yeah.
You've got to drive right through. You got a choice. You can either go around the M25 and go in like sort of Dagenham way to get in there, or you can go straight through the centre of London. Of course, obviously, anyone who lives in London knows going through the centre of London is a little bit painful. Yeah, county next to us, Trevor. Yeah, we love the Birmingham one. We'll definitely be at the Birmingham one, although we haven't got a stand there. It is conceivable. Somebody wants to distribute one of my brands, and I'd possibly let them distribute it, and we'll be there anyway. No, Lewis ain't gone back to smoking. Just been a little bit quiet recently. A lot of people do go back to smoking, vapors. A lot of times we don't see people for like 6 months in shops and that, and then suddenly they appear again and say, "Oh, I drifted back to fags." A lot of people don't realise that they're still quite heavily addicted to nicotine, which is why you constantly see me walking around with like my machine. I've got strong nicotine in here, which I like. 24 mg, but that's mouth to lung. So when I started vaping, the high strength was 24 mg, which is a lot of you will remember that. And then a couple of years ago, when TPD came in, they cut it down to, well, it was technically 20, but most companies went to 16 or 18 to allow for any in case it was tested and it was like 0.5% out. So it went down to like 18 or 16. I just find 18 or 16 don't quite do it for me. Obviously, this is a mouth to lung tank, so. Whereabouts you live in Dorset, Trevor? Lewis is 6mg. Well, it's back up to 6mg. Yeah, well, that's good, and that's sort of the sort of things that we'll say to people. Portland. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know her, but I know her. Yeah, a lot of people. We say to people, they come in and they keep trying to. The amount of times we've had customers, they come in on a normal machine like ours, and they've been on like 11 for a month, and they're really happy with themselves, and they say, "Oh, I'm going to drop down to 6," and we sort of like say, "Well, yeah, do that for sure, but just be careful that you don't puff it twice as much." Because otherwise you'll get through twice as much juice, you'll do twice as many coils in, and you won't actually be gaining anything. And often they come back and say, yeah, you're right. It's not like we're not saying we're know-alls, but obviously we've seen a lot of things happen over the years. So, Fraggle, everyone in Weymouth calls it Fraggle Rock. Nice place, Weymouth, in the summer. In the summer, I don't think it's very nice at the moment. No. You can't beat this weather, this country when the weather's nice.
I'm gonna do a bit more investigating on this later tonight.
Well, mate, Dan's working on it, so I think he's going to cut us off now. All right, thanks for sitting with us for a little while, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate that. We weren't even going to go live, and then suddenly we were just. Dan said, "I think we may be live."
Okay, live.
So, anyway.
Right, cheers, guys.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm gonna work out to stop this.